Okay, this video is about the presentation on Kyomo'S model and design theory for creating constructionist learning environment in schools. It is an extract paper from the paper on the Kyomo'S model and design theory for creating constructionist learning environment in schools by Dr. Kyomo, which was presented at the annual conference in January 2019. This presentation has 5 sections: some definitions, constructivism learning theory and constructionism learning theory, social constructivism learning theory and social constructionism learning theory, constructivist learning environment and constructionist learning environment. The model and design theory for constructionist learning environment by Zebedayo Kyomo. Yeah, you can see the words constructivism and constructionism are quite related, so sometimes I need to pronounce clearly. Some definitions: a model is a visual aid or picture which highlights the many ideas and variables in a process or a system. Or also, a model is an explanation of how phenomena occur and how data or events are related. Educational models are the philosophical foundation of any overall approaches and beliefs about learning, instruction, and content. And for the model can be part of a theory if it can explain many phenomena. A theory is a set of principles on which the practice of an activity is based. Or also, a theory is a set of interrelated and interdependent principles that are designed to explain phenomena of interest. Yeah. Worldwide, there are several models and theories that help us to explain and to predict some phenomena. Constructivism learning theory and the constructionism learning theory. The constructivism learning theory states that people construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world through experiencing things and reflecting on those experiences. And for the constructionism learning theory, constructionism learning theory suggests that building knowledge occurs best through building things that are tangible and shareable. Constructivism learning theory was proposed or formulated by Jean Piaget, and constructionism learning theory was formulated by Seymour Papert. Also, we have social constructivism learning theory and social constructionism learning theory. When it comes to social constructivism or social constructionism, we find Levi-Vygotsky, who founded social constructivism and social constructionism learning theories. The theory of social constructivism suggests that knowledge is first constructed in a social context and it then appropriated by individuals. We have constructivist learning environment and constructionist learning environment. From this figure 1, you see that constructionist is part of constructivist learning environment, except that constructionist learning environment is very unique, context-based, as shown by these 3 ellipses, which are in actually the constructivist learning environment. So you find that any constructionist learning environment is part of the constructivist learning environment, but constructivist learning environment is not necessarily constructionist. People do construct knowledge, but it is not necessary that they will also create some tangible and shareable artifacts. Constructivist learning environment has been created by using the model and theory created by David Jonasson. there are other models and theories which can be used to create constructivist learning environment. But David Johnson's model and theory is much prominent and used currently. So what was missing now is the construction learning environment, because there are diverse construction learning environment, and it has been not possible, or it hasn't attracted attention of many scholars to create construction learning environment model and theory that could be used for predicting or creating such environment. This was the knowledge gap. That's where Zebedayo Kyomo researched to come up with a model and design theory for creating constructionist learning environment. So here is the model and design theory for creating construction learning environment as proposed by Zebedayo Kyomo. In the inner cycle, you have constructionist learning objectives. Then you have beneficiaries or implementers of the construction learning objectives, who are students and teachers. The following cycle is the contextual supports. Then follows constructionist resources such as construction materials and tools and facilities. Then you have constructionist spaces, and the outer cycle includes safety and environmental protection gears and measures. So there are 6 ellipses for this model, which can be used for creating a construction learning environment in whatever context. So the theory also can be stated from these cycles, but let us see the theory. The Kyomo'S design theory for creating construction learning environment states that if a set of construction learning objectives, CLOs, are to be implemented, then the construction learning environment must be created with the following principles. First, the central focus of designing the construction learning environment is to achieve the contextual set of intended construction learning objectives. Second, beneficiary of the construction learning environment must be involved in designing it and should be ready or competent to use it. Third, contextual support must be provided to ensure effective implementation of construction learning objectives. Fourth, construction resources must be provided to enable implementation of constructionist learning objectives. Fifth, constructionist spaces for knowledge and artifact construction and sharing must be provided. And lastly, safety and environmental protection gears and measures should be provided and observed in the course of implementing constructionist learning objectives. So this is the design theory for creating constructionist learning environment as devised by Zebedayo Kyomo. Thank you.